So to have a better understanding on what this uproar is all about, we're now joined by psychologist Dr. Kamila Forkosh Lavan and Semion Grafman, Ukrainian-born Israeli activist and experts for everything viral, really. So, Semion, I would like to start with you. As we mentioned, you're of Soviet descent. Did you find this song offensive?
Listen, only when I heard that it's a storm in the internet that some song is so racist, I went to watch and listen, and I didn't find nothing racist. I found funny song that makes fun of relationship between boy and girl, but all these people that start pulling up and saying this is racist, this is making less of the woman, it was impossible to listen. So I voiced my own opinion, and I told everybody, let's relax. It's only funny. When it's funny, it's like you cannot stop people making jokes about themselves. And Omer Adam, he's partially of Russian community. He allowed to jokes on his own community, on his own people. That's okay. That's a freedom of speech, basic freedom of speech.
So, Dr. Forkosh Lavan, do you think we might get insulted perhaps too easily nowadays? Or is it for us, as you know, grown women, we can brush those things off more easily, but when it comes to young girls, it might have a greater influence on their lives? For example, I saw this mother claiming that 8-year-old kids were singing to one of their fellow classmates, "You are not a virgin," or something like that, apparently lyrics from the song.
I think that the problem is more global, kind of, yes, because while we're moving to politically correctness, which I think is very important in many ways, definitely there are problems and abuses and things like that, and they need to be spoken about. I think we're also getting confused what it means to be politically correct versus not talking about things and pretending they're not there and covering them up, and that means that they don't exist. Racism doesn't exist or something doesn't exist just because you cover it up. Meaning, as far as what I'm seeing, Omer Adam is putting up a mirror in sarcasm to what actually exists and things that need to be solved.
So if I understand correctly, you're saying that it might be a devil in disguise to an extent, because here we are talking about it because of the song. So it's actually an opportunity for even parents to speak to their children about sexuality, etc.
Exactly. I'm very happy that this discussion came up, and I don't care which side of the song you're on. I think that the fact that we're talking about it and we're fighting about it is a beautiful thing. A problem does exist, and the problem isn't Omer Adam or comedians or anybody that opens this box that we don't want to look at, because, it stinks, and they're opening it up, and that's a beautiful thing.
Right, and Semion, let's take a zoom out for a second before we dive in back to the song. Over 1 million views already online, and there's this cliche phrase, there is no bad publicity. But in this time and age, there are this, cancellation politics or cancellation culture, and it means that if you're getting so scrutinized, you can get nixed altogether. And the Israeli public broadcaster are already announcing they will not play the song.
Exactly. And it's a horrible thing. I think they will change their mind tomorrow or day after, because if they will not change their mind, we will boycott these stations, because it's no way they can pull out song that doesn't curse, doesn't offend directly anyone. Yes, it's bringing up discussion, but it doesn't offend. And who is choosing to be offended? It's his choice. I, as a Russian, choose not to be offended. I choose to laugh, and I choose to teach my kids to accept everything as fun, as funny, as jokes. Stop being miserable. Stop being feeling that somebody trying to hurt you. Nobody trying. Everybody just want to have fun. Exactly in this freaking second year of Corona that we are getting crazy.
No doubt we're all getting crazy. But Semion, two things in this respect. First, you've mentioned earlier that Omer Adam claiming that because he himself is of Russian descent or roots, he can mock his own people. And second, you yourself posted on Facebook in Hebrew that he portrays all Russian women as alcoholic and cheap, and that it should this demonstration is far from positive, and I'm putting it mildly.
What I'm saying, it's in a sarcastic way. I say it's not like he turned the Russian woman into the, excuse me, prostitutes, alcoholic. This is the environment that turned some of them in the past 30 years because a Russian empire collapsed, but nobody over here in Israel taking care of crimes. And tens of thousands of women that was bringing to Israel as a sex slaves yearly. Everybody closing eyes. But when Omer Adam singing a song, suddenly he's hurting the Russian community. Come on!
Now I get it. The tone was missing on your Facebook post. This is why I got lost. And Dr. Forkosh Lavan, before we let you both go, how do you recommend utilizing the smear discussion for parents to perhaps better communicate important issues such as sexism and racism to their kids, that they perhaps, like me, do not understand sarcastic tones on Facebook? How to get to make a lemonade out of this lemon?
I think it's a very important discussion. I'm very happy that we are discussing this as well. In general, like I-24 is beautiful about this, bringing kinds of topics that are very, very important. I think, it's very important to discuss sexuality and sarcasm and putting up a mirror, and in humor, as in writing, as in art, often that is being put forth in ways where we, don't look at as society. So I think to talk to the children and to say, look, problem does exist. And
unfortunately, we have to put a hold there. Thank you so much, both of you. We're out for a very short break. Back in a bit. Don't go anywhere.